PCT here from the Ram forum. I'm going to be building a build thread, so anyways I decided to do a video about my truck. I haven't done one before and I figured I'd do it now and kind of go over what I've done with my truck so far. Do an exhaust clip and a 0 to 60 later on, but anyways without further ado I'll be doing upgrades and show you what I've done. So I've always wanted fog lights in my truck, and this stupid truck has stupid cutouts and they didn't build enough or build nice fog lights that go in these holes over here on the air dams, which I thought they would, but I guess they don't. So what I did, instead of buying a new sport bumper and all the other stuff that goes with it, it was like $600-700 bucks, decided to go with the grill guard from DZ. Pretty sturdy shit. It was only like $340 from Amazon with free shipping. It wasn't Prime, but it was here in like 2 days. So what I did though was I added these Amazon special light pods. Their output's amazing on them, but I've noticed they're kind of flickering a little bit, but really not enough to bug me. And then with help of, what's his name, 12 Ram 1500 or something, or 1500 Ram 12, the guy in the forum, he helped me wire this and these. So good shout out to him. Anyways, I'm going to show you how I wired these guys, and then I'll turn them on. You know, it's still early in the day, so we won't be able to see much of it, but whatever. And then so those are wired into the factory harness for fog lights with the button, and this is wired into the factory high beams. So let's go and pop my hood real quick. Bing bing. Should have had that popped already, but anyways, I'll show you how I wired them. So hopefully you guys can see it. I put my relay right there, if you can see it right there. And I put all my, connections there and whatnot. And so I ran from the relay and I loomed everything down. And then here's I call it my wiring cluster. There's a bunch of wires and shit. I loomed everything to try to make it clean as I can. I mean, if I stand from here, it kind of looks factory, I think. Kind of right in there. Anyways, I did my battery connections right here. Sorry, it's a little out of focus. And then here are my grounds under here. I ran it through this little guy right in here, and so on and so forth. I mean, everything's tied into the factory wiring harness, which, in my opinion, is the way to do it. I hate how upfitter switches, makes everything look really dirty and stuff. So I decided to go that route. Actually, something I just did like a couple days ago is I took off the air hat on the truck and ran these tubes. I got this inspiration by this guy in the forum, Alfred Romeo or something like that. And so everything's from Lowe's. I use about, I'd say about 10 inches with ABS pipe, 3-inch coupler, and a 3-inch angle coupler. And I just drilled a hole 9/16 and put my sensor in there. I have the K&N drop-in filter. So in a way, I mean, this setup probably cost me, what, $80 out the door with the filter and pipes and shit, instead of $350 or whatever they are now. Plus this is a 13, so there is actually none built for technically this truck, so it's kind of annoying. Anyways, I just want to show you how sturdy this thing is. I mean, I'm a fat ass, so I'm hopping on up and down on this, and it's pretty sturdy and shit, so pretty good. So I replaced the factory tires with factory tires with Nitto Terra Grapplers G2 185 75 17 or 70 17. So they measure out to be about 32.7 inches. If I went with the ones that actually had embroidered on it right here with 33, it was going to be $299. Or yeah, it was going to be $100 more per tire. So I got these for $199. You can't really see it. Actually, you won't be able to see it. It's in here. But I got a rough country lift kit. When it's time to do the new shocks and struts, I might rip those out and use Bilstein. So that's the way I'm going to go with those. Everyone says Bill's 5100s are the best. So my neighbor just pulled in. Another look view here. Here's the tread. I've driven across country with these. I have about 15,000 miles on them, and still have a shit ton of tread left, I think. Let's turn this to manual focusing mode so I can get a better focus on it. So I mean, there's still a good amount of tread on this. I know it's probably 15,000 miles, and they're a 60,000 mile tire, so I mean, all's good. Let's switch it back to automatic. Okay. So as you can see, I have, of course, dipped my shit. So what I did here is I removed the 1500, used a little bit of rubbing compound, got rid of the sunbake, and just kind of dipped all the emblems black. I didn't go overboard with the rims and shit. And because I like, you know, in my opinion, I mean, these are paint matched and stuff. Hey Bailey. I mean, they're paint matched and they look good, and you can see the rear emblems as well. Now they're black and stuff, but it's not. My thing was I don't want to go overboard with plastic dip. I don't want to plastic dip everything on it, with the rims, the entire everything, all my door handles. My friend did it and it looked pretty tacky. So I added these not too long ago. These are Go Rhino step sides, or running boards, I guess. And I really like them. I used to, I mean, I'm tall enough to get in, but I guess I'm freakishly tall. I'm like 6'2". And nobody in my family or nobody knows how to get inside, you know. I mean, they're pretty sturdy. And I'm fucking like 275 pounds, and you know, it doesn't break or anything, so they're pretty good. And then, of course, even though it's only a 4.7, I have to have my tow mirrors. I know people are gonna give me shit for these, but the main point of these is we have a small utility trailer that, I mean, it's not the biggest or the heaviest, so can't put much behind it, but we have a boat, and my friend has a travel trailer, so I do utilize these more than probably some people do, but I don't fucking tow 24/7. No, not at all. But these mirrors right here are the best when they're up. I mean, I've almost hit people when they're down. I don't like these when they're down, so you guys can talk shit. They're easier to see when they're up. No, they're hands down. Anyways, I'm going to show you my sound system real quick. This is, like, I guess you can say, the crowning jewel. It's probably the most expensive thing I've done on the truck. It was about, I would say, upwards of $1,000. Okay, LED is at the premium cluster. Came with it. Still doesn't work. It's missing, like, it has all the features, but it's missing a bunch of stuff, which is kind of annoying. So we'll kind of get her going. So I have a CD. Girlfriend made it. I don't really like all the songs on, but let me get my iPhone real quick and plug her in, and I'll show you all the speakers and maestro settings on this. Let's put something a little bit better on, hopefully. So as you can, so we have some fight song. We'll stick with this. I like the song. It's pretty cool. So go through the settings, and then we're gonna go to setup. Ah, shit. My bad. I'm sorry. Let's go to iPod. Then we're gonna go to setup, and then we're gonna go to system, down to, where is it? RAM setup right here. Vehicle features, vehicle settings, and here we go. I mean, I have all my stuff. So like lights, headlight delay, all this stuff that everyone's freaked out about losing. I have the Maestro in here, so everything's integrated. As you can see, I have Taylor Swift rolling, and so it's still integrated into this. So if you were to swap out your head unit and put some any head unit in, it'll have lines across there. The time would be off. So with this, you're able to keep all your factory settings except the center console and the microphones right there. So anyways, I just added my microphone right there. It's clean. People hear me better than actually the factory one, so I like that better. And the only thing is sometimes I hit it when I'm excited or something. Anyways, then we go to, so you have all your, sorry, I actually went out. So you have all your features, which is really awesome. I'll make another video talk a bit more in depth about everything. Sorry I wasn't zoomed in on that, but I'll make another video more in depth on the head unit and show you all my wire. I'll pull everything out, show you my wiring and everything. So I mean, you just go to RAM setup, vehicle features, vehicle settings, and then I mean you still have your hill start assist and stuff, safety and driving. So front park sensors. I don't have front park sensors. I don't know what's on there, but anyways, I have all my headlight stuff, door lock, engine off options, all that good stuff, all right here integrated into the head unit. So don't have to worry about losing all the good stuff. Anyways, it's I will never buy a truck without 4-wheel drive. Made that mistake with my first truck. I'll jack let's put some slaps on. Let's go. Let's choose a better song. Something with some bass or something, you know. One thing I don't like about this head unit, I don't know what it is, but sometimes the songs will cut out like it's CD skipping. So let me show you my subs in the back. Hopefully you guys can hear me over it. That probably doesn't help much, but so I have dual 10s right here, and I have a 1000-watt amp, kicker amp. So I mean everything's good to go. I have it tuned so it doesn't the subs don't overdo the speaker, so I have it, in my opinion, perfectly tuned. But some people like a lot of bass, so I had to close the door so I can talk better. But I'll put the camera in for a little bit so you guys can hear it, but it slaps pretty good, I guess you could say. Anyways, that is the sound system. I hope you guys like it. Hopefully it turns out good on the camera. I'm not sure 100%. Billy wants to say hi to you. Say hi, Billy. One other thing I've added, more for ride comfort and leveling as well, is airbags from Air Raid. So in California we're in a drought, so I put a heavy water tote in the back. I do surpass the payload on it, I know. But to prevent it from squatting a little bit, I know it doesn't increase payload, but I installed airbag just for, you know, safety reasons and shit. I mean, to, you know, keep the ride stable enough, even though I'm overloaded. And that added the airlines through here, up, you know, trying to make as factory as possible up through here. And then that's where I fill up my airs, through these little spigots. I have them individually plumbed just so each airbag can get its own air, so it doesn't shift while moving. So if you have them wired together and your load moves to one side, as one side compresses, it squeezes the air into the other bag. So to prevent that from happening, I wired them separately. And then here's my exhaust. To save some money, I bought the muffler Flowmaster Delta 40, I think it's called, which is right there. And with that, all I did is swap out the bus muffler, and I just kept all the factory piping where it is. I cut out all the hangers and have them welded in instead of clamped in. And I ran a Dynamax stainless steel 4-inch tip, which is right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down, let it idle. I'm gonna warm the engine up just a little bit so I don't rev a cold engine. You know, it's not really doing much, but anyways, let me put the camera like right here. Anyways, this I mean, if you start this up probably at 4 in the morning, you'll still piss your neighbors off, but it's not as loud as like a 44 or a 10. If you have dual pipes or 1 in, 2 out, or 2 in, 2 out, it'll tone it down just a little bit, but still pretty good, still loud. Drone wise, I'd say, I mean, it does drone. When I'm in there, I don't care, but my senses get heightened when I have like grandparents or something in the car, and they go, ah, it's too loud, or you can't hear them. Then you start to hear the drone again. But when it's just me or the girlfriend or something, you don't really hear the drone, and it sounds really good otherwise. So let me show you the engine a little bit while it's just warming up. I have a thing about revving a cold engine, so I mean, again, here's my intake that I made. I mean, it's just a standard 4.7. There's nothing special. I have all my wiring right here. Oh, let me show you the lights while it warms up, and then we'll do an exhaust rev. So we'll do fog. So it's just fog lights and headlights right now, and then I'll turn on the high beams because the lights turn off, the fog lights turn off once the high beams go on. So there they are. So I see some flashing in the camera. That's actually not happening in real life, it's just the lens. Too much light, it's cutting them down. So let's turn on the high beams. Okay, let me run over and show you the high beams real quick. So you can see, I mean, trying to get a good blinding view of the light bar. You guys can always check out my forum post, and I have pictures on there before and after, so you guys check those out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my camera down. We'll get a couple revs, and I'll stop this video, and then we'll do a 0 to 60 and whatnot, and post everything online. So let me put this down, and hopefully it sounds good. So I mean, that's it for an unloaded exhaust sound. I mean, I personally don't like revving the exhaust. I don't think it really sounds very good. I think an exhaust sounds much better with a load on it, but anyways, I'll give you that sound, and hopefully as soon as I can. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this build. I put a lot of money into this thing. It's probably in about $4,000. I mean, I know there's more people out there with more money into it, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, thanks for watching.